Dave, a tired husband and father of twins, wakes up to the sound of both babies crying in the next room. His wife reminds him it's his turn, and he gets up, tired and disoriented. Half asleep, he drags himself out of bed and goes to the kids' bedroom. While there, he tries to change their diapers, but it's not an easy morning. One baby blows milk powder right into his face, and the other tops it off by pooping on him. Somehow, Dave keeps his cool, finishes the job, and takes both babies to the living room. He settles on the couch with them while they drink their milk, exhausted but holding it together. Later that morning at work, Dave is greeted by his boss. His boss asks how his kids are, and Dave tells him they're good. The boss reminds him that his partner review is coming up and says he's looking forward to it.
No, yes. Yeah. Absolutely not. Thank you.
After he leaves, Dave's colleague, Sabrina, approaches and makes fun of how he was interacting with his boss. She then gives him a file and tells him what work needs to be done before walking away. When he gets to his office, he receives a call from Mitch, his longtime friend. Mitch starts the conversation with vulgar words, startling Dave, who has him on speaker. Dave's secretary hears and gives him a side-eye.
The secretary heard. She heard it all. That's awesome.
Not really.
Mitch's life is very different from Dave's. While they talk, Mitch lounges in his messy apartment, clearly high, surrounded by childish decor. He tells Dave that he misses him. Dave explains how busy he's been because of the twins. Mitch then reminds him about their plans for the night. Dave, pretending he didn't completely forget, goes along with it. Mitch warns him not to bail and says he'll pick him up at 6.
Got it.
Kirk out.
Just as they hang up, Mitch's dad stops by. He starts by saying how proud he is of Mitch. At first, Mitch thinks he's being sarcastic, but his father tells him he saw a commercial Mitch worked on and liked it. Mitch asks why he's really there. His father then shares the news. He's getting remarried next Friday. He wants Mitch to attend and say a few words. Mitch, surprised but bitter about the news, says he'll catch the next one. His father, sensing the disapproval, decides to leave.
Then I better get home and boil my shoes.
Back at home, Dave is giving his twins a bath. His daughter sits in the bathroom keeping him company. As they talk, his wife, Jamie, walks in. After greeting them, she tells Dave that their daughter, Kara, was bullied in ballet class.
Nicolette Peters keeps knocking me over during the Bat Maglise.
She then brings up their dialogue night that was scheduled for today. Dave, having plans with Mitch, asks if they can reschedule. Jamie reluctantly agrees to move it to Monday.
Thank you.
He's early.
Yeah.
Shortly after, Mitch comes to pick him up. He meets Kara first and plays with her briefly before moving to the kitchen, where Jamie is. They start talking about high school before Dave joins them.
Diapered and in the PJs.
Is Dave meeting your needs sexually?
Dave comes in carrying the twins. Mitch jokingly assumes something must be wrong with them since they can't talk yet. He also plays with them for a bit before leaving.
Okay. Bye.
During the drive, Mitch is careless, letting go of the steering wheel to light a cigarette. Dave gets nervous watching him.
Here for me.
Mitch, come on, buddy. Let's make it to the...
When they finally make it to the bar, they order drinks and watch the baseball game. Between laughs, Dave asks if Mitch is seeing anyone. Mitch brags about Tatiana, a woman who only calls him when she wants something casual.
She's wearing this tight black mini dress, and you know what she says to me?
Tell me slow.
No.
Hearing that, Dave starts thinking about his own choices. His early marriage, his steady job, his quiet routine, and wonders if he gave up too soon on the wild, carefree life Mitch still seems to have.
Married, we had car, and that was it. I pissed away my 20s. Right now, it's too late.
When they step outside, Mitch admits that he actually envies Dave's life, the comfort of coming home to a family, being loved, and having people who care about him. He asks what more Dave could possibly want.
I don't know, what more do you want?
I'll tell you what I want, okay? I want something different.
Dave admits that he's also envious of Mitch's life. He wants to be reckless like him and not constantly think about work and family.
I want to smoke weed all day. I want to start a book.
As they stand there, both needing to pee, they wander over to a nearby fountain. While standing there, they joke that they wish they could trade lives. The moment they both say it, the lights around them suddenly flicker and everything goes dark as if the city just lost power. Shortly after, the power comes back on, Both of them brush it off as a random outage. The next morning, Mitch wakes up to the sound of a baby crying. He complains, asking whose baby is crying, and curses everything.
Whose fucking kid is that? What's with all these?
Still half asleep, he turns his head and freezes. Sitting next to him is Jamie, breastfeeding one of the twins. Horrified, Mitch jumps out of bed. He tells her to cover herself, looking at her as if she's doing something strange.
Fucking disgusting. Put those tits away. This isn't Africa.
He asks why he's sleeping next to her, and if they did something the previous night, convinced he must have done something terrible. As he struggles to make sense of what's happening, he looks in the mirror and realizes he's not himself. He's in Dave's body.
I'm Dave.
Across town, Dave wakes up in Mitch's messy apartment, hearing a loud knock on the door. He struggles to fully wake up and stumbles to the window, not recognizing the place he's in.
Oh!
When he opens the door, he sees himself. He's inside Mitch's body, and Mitch is in his. The moment he realizes this, he starts freaking out. They both start touching each other in disbelief while Mitch complains about losing his hot body and being stuck in Dave's.
Me, all of this shit's mine. You're welcome. I got this.
Dave even tries to strangle him before realizing it's real. They both look in the mirror and finally piece it together. Their wish at the fountain actually came true. Neither of them wanted each other's life. They were just being nice to make the other feel better.
We wish we had each other's lives. I was just trying to be nice. Oh my God!
To fix it, they rush back to the fountain, only to find it under maintenance, fenced off and drained. They ask the workers where it is, but the construction worker says he doesn't know anything.
I just fill the hole. I'm not the fountain spokesman.
Hey, mother.
Hey, whoa.
Then they go to the district manager to ask about it, but she's not much help either. She can't find any record of the fountain in the computer and tells them someone who knows how to look things up will return tomorrow.
It's right on your shoulders.
Okay, no, there was no physical contact.
Angry, they leave. Dave starts panicking because in 45 minutes, he has an important partners meeting. If he misses it, everything he's worked for in 15 years will fall apart. Hearing this, Mitch agrees to go to his office and attend the meeting as him. Dave refuses, worried he'll blow it.
Because there's more to being a lawyer than what you see on TV, Mitch.
Is there?
Yeah.
I object!
Mitch tries to reassure him, saying he's an actor. After a lot of back and forth, Dave finally agrees. Mitch also tells Dave to go to his job as him. Afterward, Dave explains everything Mitch needs to know. Then Mitch heads to Dave's house to dress up.
Holy shit!
Later, Mitch drags himself to Dave's office. His outfit is more suited for golf than a business meeting. When he walks in, he spots some pastries and starts stuffing them into his pockets. When Dave's colleague Sabrina comes by, he makes an inappropriate comment, but she brushes it off, thinking he's just nervous about the meeting.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
I did. All right.
When he enters the conference room, he's startled to see it full of people. The meeting begins, but Mitch makes noise, adjusting his chair. When he finally settles, questions start flying from every direction. Mitch can't answer any of them, and the meeting ends with both parties arguing and vowing to see each other in court.
Hang on. Don't get up. Mr. Break.
Dave's boss confronts him after the disastrous meeting, but Dave tries to convince him it was all part of the plan. His boss, knowing Dave would never intentionally mess up, decides to believe him, but warns that he's now on a short leash.
Now, go. Put on some proper clothes. You look like a Jew.
Meanwhile, Dave arrives on the set of Mitch's new film gig. After getting ready, he starts reading the script. When he asks about the lines, he's told they're explicit. Confused, he asks what kind of movie it is and learns that it's an adult film shoot.
You ever hear Skinamax?
Why don't nobody listen to what I say? It's too close.
With no other option, Dave hesitantly goes along. Despite his discomfort, he agrees to do whatever the director says. When he refuses to continue, the director threatens to kill him and make it look like an accident.
Maybe you get electrocuted. Maybe God your mouth. I don't know.
That afternoon, Mitch, still pretending to be Dave, goes to pick up Dave's daughter, Kara, from ballet class. When he gets there, he sees another kid push her down and angrily steps forward. The teacher, however, blames Kara for not keeping her balance.
Let's start again.
On the drive home, Mitch asks Kara why she didn't stand up for herself when the other girl pushed her. She explains that her dad told her to always talk things out instead of fighting. Mitch shakes his head and tells her to forget that, saying next time she should hit back 10 times harder.
Always solve your problems with violence.
Okay, Daddy.
Great.
That night, Mitch and Dave meet up again, both miserable from how badly their days went. When Dave hears that his company is being taken to court, he realizes just how bad things have gotten. He also scolds Mitch for making him participate in the adult film.
Oh, a light porn, the dick stays in the pants, right? They didn't pull it out, did they?
Yeah, but my thumb.
Frustrated, Dave decides to finally come clean to Jamie. They head to the house and try to explain the body swap, but it goes horribly wrong. Dave tries to prove it by telling her to ask him something Dave would know.
Only Dave would be able to answer, okay? It's just one question. Please, I'm begging you.
Good idea.
She asks when their anniversary is, but Dave gets it wrong. Mitch, however, knows the right date because he sends Dave a card every year. When she asks her favorite color, Dave misses again, and Mitch answers correctly, making Jamie think the whole thing is just an elaborate joke.
I mean, it's like the opposite of help. Okay, honey. Okay, I got it.
Finally, Dave brings up an embarrassing incident that happened to her years ago, but instead of proving the truth, it convinces Jamie that he's been gossiping about their marriage. Furious, she yells at both of them and storms off.
Okay, this idea fucking sucked.
As Dave is leaving, Mitch asks what he should do if Jamie wants to be intimate. Dave tells him not to and warns him several times. But then, Dave remembers it's Tuesday, the day Mitch said Tatiana usually comes over, so he decides to just let Mitch handle it and leaves.
We're swapping rides.
Yeah, it is. It's just like that.
Thanks, buddy.
Back at the dinner table, Mitch interacts with the family in his usual careless way. He swears a lot, and when asked to sing the dinner song, he gets the lyrics completely wrong. Jamie, frustrated, tells him to take a time out, and he leaves the table with his food.
Bye-bye.
Later, Dave, still in Mitch's body, gets a call from Tatiana saying she's on her way over. Nervous, he calls Mitch, saying he can't do it, but Mitch encourages him to go through with it.
Dave, sex with strange new women. You just thank me later and shut your mouth, all right?
After hesitating for a while, Dave decides to deal with it. But when Tatiana shows up and takes off her coat, he's shocked to see she's heavily pregnant. His stunned reaction makes her think he's rejecting her, and she storms out angrily.
Diana, don't go. I mean, go, but just go to a hospital.
That same night, back at Dave's house, Mitch sees Jamie naked. At first, he gets excited, but when he sees her using the toilet, his excitement fades immediately. When she comes back to bed, he tells her not to sleep next to him because he's not attracted to her. A while later, the twins start crying. Jamie tells him it's his turn, but he says he doesn't feel like it. Annoyed, she turns the light on and kicks him out of bed to handle it. Desperate, Mitch calls Dave for help.
What do I do?
Get them to the kitchen.
Yeah, hold on.
Dave walks him through the process, but Mitch takes every instruction literally. The babies are all over the place. One almost puts his hand in a blender. The other throws a knife at him. As he tries to listen to Dave's directions, the twins keep finding new ways to cause chaos. Within minutes, the situation spirals out of control. Frustrated, Mitch starts pouring an entire milk bottle over their heads. The scene ends with him standing there drenched, exhausted, realizing that being a dad isn't as easy as it looks. Dave tells him that the next day, he needs to find the fountain immediately.
I do not know how much more of this shit I can take.
The next morning, Dave searches all over the city for the fountain again, hoping there's been progress with the repairs, but there's nothing. One worker tells him he'll need to file a formal information request that has to go through the state, which could take anywhere from 3 days to 3 weeks.
Oh, come on! Victor!
Frustrated, he heads home to tell Mitch the bad news, only to find Jamie crying while changing the twins' diapers. When he asks what's wrong, she opens up about how distant Dave has been. She says he wore shower sandals to work, forgot to pick up the twins from daycare, and told her last night that he wasn't attracted to her anymore.
I just want you to tell me something right now, okay? And you have to be totally honest.
Jamie then asks Mitch to tell her the truth. She wants to know if Dave is having an affair. Mitch tells her that's not what's happening, but struggles to explain further. Jamie starts talking about how much she loves Dave, how hard he works, but also how he never gives her enough attention.
And he's not paying any attention to me. And I'm miserable.
As they're talking, Mitch walks in naked. After that, Dave confronts him about leaving the twins at daycare. Mitch refuses to keep doing this for 3 weeks, but Dave insists his work and family are on the line. He tells Mitch he has to do better as him. From there, Dave begins training Mitch on everything: how to dress, how to talk to Jamie, and how to handle work. He takes him to the supermarket to teach him how to shop, then to daycare, and finally, to the office. Inside the office, as they're talking, Sabrina walks in to tell Dave that the two parties who threatened to go to court have agreed to meet again.
So, I'll have my briefs on your desk by lunch.
Mitch starts flirting with Sabrina, and an idea suddenly hits him. He sets up a plan for Sabrina to go out with Dave's body, now inhabited by Dave himself. After she leaves, the two men argue, but eventually come to an agreement.
Dude, you need this. This is dinner with her.
Later that day, Mitch gets a call from his father asking to meet for lunch. He wants to talk to Dave. Mitch tries to avoid the meeting, but his father insists.
I'm not gonna have anybody there. The only family I have is Mitch.
During the meal, Mitch's dad explains that he's getting remarried soon and wants Dave to convince Mitch to give a speech at the wedding. He admits he didn't ask Mitch directly because they both struggle with emotions. Then, almost casually, he adds that he's always seen Mitch as a quitter, someone who gives up when things get hard. Those words hit Mitch deeply. He doesn't want to be that guy anymore. He tells his dad that Mitch isn't like that at all, then gets up and walks out.
And next time you see him, he's gonna be slitting throats.
Motivated, Mitch starts changing things. He wakes up early to feed the twins, shows up to work on time, handles meetings like a pro, and even remembers everything on the grocery list. That evening, he and Jamie attend Kara's ballet recital. When the same girl from before tries to shove Kara again, Kara pushes her back hard in front of everyone. Instead of scolding her, Mitch cheers proudly, grinning from ear to ear. During the drive home, Mitch keeps telling Kara that violence is always the answer. Jamie interrupts, saying that's not true, then jokes about how the girl fell, making them all laugh.
But don't make a habit out of that, okay?
I know.
All right.
That night, things between Mitch and Jamie soften. They talk, laugh, and share quiet moments together. When he tries to get intimate, it doesn't work out. His body just isn't cooperating. Jamie gently tells him it's okay. He relaxes and soon falls asleep in her arms, finally starting to understand what Dave's life really means.
Very warm. I think I remember this.
The next day at the supermarket, Jamie runs into Dave and they briefly talk before parting ways.
Listen, I wanted to ask you something. The other night, you...
The next morning, Dave wakes up at 6:45 out of habit, ready to start another hectic day. But then it hits him. He has no responsibilities anymore. No crying babies, no deadlines, no school drop-offs. For the first time in years, he lets himself roll over and go back to sleep. When he finally gets up, he decides to enjoy his freedom to the fullest. He goes to the movies alone, cooks himself a simple meal, takes a slow walk through the city, tries go-karting, and even spends some quiet time at an aquarium just watching the fish drift by. That evening, he's supposed to meet Sabrina. Nervous and unsure what to do, he calls Mitch for help. Mitch comes over to help him get ready. After a lot of arguing, Dave finally gets dressed and heads to the restaurant. When they sit down, Sabrina immediately admits she only came because her boss asked her to, and she didn't want to risk her job. Dave laughs and tells her they should just leave, but she shrugs and says she's already there and starving, so they might as well eat. As they talk, she asks how long he's known Dave. He says he's known him his whole life. She asks if Dave has ever acted the way he did yesterday, and Dave apologizes for it. Curious, he asks what it's like working with Dave. She says it's great and admits she's had a crush on him for a while.
Obviously. Super married.
What do you do, Mitch?
Me? For a living?
Dinner goes surprisingly well. They talk, laugh, and relax around each other. When it's over, Sabrina suggests they do something wild, something they'll both regret in the morning.
Yeah? Definitely do that.
Okay.
That wild thing turns out to be getting tattoos. They laugh through the whole process. Later, Dave walks her home. Before saying goodbye, she asks if he'll call her. He reminds her it wasn't a date, but she smiles and says things can change.
It's a cute tie.
The next morning, at Dave's house, Jamie reminds Mitch about their upcoming anniversary party. He asks if Dave will be there, but she tells him he said he didn't want Mitch to come because he's embarrassed by him. Hearing that breaks Mitch's heart. The following day, while Dave is out skating, he gets a call saying the fountain has finally been restored and is given the new address.
Thank you.
He rushes to tell Mitch, but runs into Sabrina first, who invites him to a baseball game. When he gets to the office, Mitch has already received the same call. They decide to go to the fountain, both excited but oddly hesitant. They've started to understand each other's lives and even find comfort in them. Mitch reminds Dave that he's been preparing for the upcoming meeting and wants to prove to himself that he can handle it.
We could wait.
Wait?
We could wait a day.
Dave agrees. Neither of them feels quite ready to switch back yet, so they decide to wait a little longer.
Wow. Yeah, I did. Kind of surprising.
Very surprising.
That night, Jamie sits at a restaurant, dressed up and waiting for Dave, who's supposed to take her out on a long overdue date. But instead of showing up, he's buried in work and completely forgets she's waiting. Disappointed, she heads home and calls him, only to realize he truly forgot. After hanging up, she vents her frustration to the babysitter about Dave's behavior. Realizing she's gone too far, she apologizes and invites the babysitter out for ice cream. The next day, Dave heads out for another date with Sabrina. They spend the afternoon at a baseball game, laughing and acting carefree. Meanwhile, Mitch attends the big meeting he's been preparing for, the one that could finalize a major company sale.
This is their best and final offer.
At first, the deal seems to go south. The final offer comes in at $625 million, but Mitch pushes them to raise it. He encourages the team to add another $100 million. Dave's boss hesitates, but Mitch insists they walk away.
She wants to unroll that rubber at the bottom of her purse she put in there 3 semesters ago.
As they're leaving, the other party agrees to $725 million. Against all odds, Mitch closes the deal. Thanks to him, Dave is finally set to become a partner.
So now you can be happy.
Do you think they're gonna give me a medal?
Later that evening, Dave and Sabrina return to Mitch's house. Across town, Mitch is on stage receiving an award for being the firm's top lawyer. As his boss praises Dave's dedication to his family and career, Mitch feels a deep guilt. He knows he's living someone else's success. At that same moment, Dave looks at Sabrina and feels the same weight of guilt.
I gotta go.
Dave bolts through the city, heading straight to town hall where Jamie is waiting for him. Without saying a word, he runs up and kisses her. The spark between them is so real that she finally believes everything about the body swap. Together, they hurry to the fountain, the place where it all began. When they arrive, they find the new fountain standing in the middle of a crowded mall. Without caring who's watching, they step up to the water and say the same words. I wish I could get my life back. The lights flicker again, and everything fades as security rushes toward them. The next morning, Mitch and Dave wake up in their rightful bodies. Dave immediately goes to Jamie, apologizing and promising that she and the kids will always come first. He even offers to quit his job. But Jamie tells him she doesn't want that. She just wants him home for dinner and more present in their lives. He spends the rest of the day playing with Kara and caring for the twins.
The atoms are smaller than a grain of sand?
How amazing is that?
Across town, Mitch wakes up and realizes he's back to normal too. A knock at the door reveals Sabrina, who forgot her purse there. She apologizes for being too forward. Mitch laughs it off, saying he probably acted weird too, and invites her to breakfast. Not long after, he attends his father's wedding, with Dave by his side. A month later, at Dave and Jamie's anniversary party, everything comes full circle. Mitch and Sabrina are officially together, and Dave and Jamie are happier than ever. Mitch gives a speech that earns a big round of applause.
How'd I do?
As the party goes on, Dave and Mitch sit together, laughing about everything they went through, grateful for the strange wish that helped them finally appreciate their own lives.